Welcome to episode 41 of Thought Bubbles, sparkling insights into community engagement, coming to you from my office in McLaren Vale, which is about 45 minutes south of Adelaide in South Australia. And today I'm feeling quite excited because I want to tell you about an I told you so moment that I've just recently had. And it's been a bit of a lesson in community and engagement and politics. Now, to set the scene, over the last 9 years, or nearly coming up to 10 years that I've been operating as an engagement specialist in South Australia, we've been operating under a Labor government. Now I'm talking here about state government. So anybody that's watching overseas, in Australia we have 3 layers of government. We have local government, state government and federal government. A lot of my work is done in the local and state government space, and so many of my clients have been state government clients, obviously operating under a Labor government. Now it's been 16 years since the Labor government came into power. And just recently, literally a couple of months ago, we changed to a Liberal government. Now, again, for anyone watching overseas, a Liberal government is basically the right-wing side of politics. In our household, with a 6-year-old, we call it the blue team. It's more the conservative approach to politics. So we've recently seen this change. Now, in those last couple of decades, people have regularly said to me, how does community engagement sit within each political party? And my response generally is always, well, they've got no choice. The community want to be involved these days. It's 2018. Communities want to be involved in decisions that impact them or that interest them. And if a government is undertaking some kind of decision-making process or trying to solve a problem, then that community is going to want to be involved regardless. And people have often been like, oh, well, I'm not sure. I mean, isn't community engagement a bit of a lefty kind of thing? Isn't it all about, you know, looking after people and communities and society and all of that? Maybe it has got that kind of slightly left inclination, but I am right in that even under a change of government, they haven't got a choice. The community want to be engaged. And so I attended a meeting last week just because I am an engagement geek and I love attending public meetings as a hobby. It's a bit sad. It's not sad, actually. I attended a meeting which had a couple of hundred people there that were incredibly excited because something they'd been working on had come off and it was great. But then the mood changed and the microphone was being handed around between these people who were suddenly saying to the newly elected Liberal members of Parliament and ministers, we want to be engaged. And I could hear them, and these were just amazing people, but everyday people passing the microphone around, saying exactly what we as community engagement practitioners say on a daily basis and what we hear. We want to be engaged. We want to be involved. This interests us. This impacts upon us. We have an opinion on this. We've got ideas. We want our say. And not only do we want our say, we don't want it to be a tick box consultation. And they actually say that. Those are the words that we use all the time. We don't want it to be a tick box consultation. And we want to be involved from the very, very beginning. Don't go making decisions before you've spoken to us or involved us in some way. And you can only imagine me just sitting there getting so excited because this is the exact I told you so moment, that it's irrelevant who's in power. And I'm talking in here, you know, here in a Western society with an incredibly good democratic process, you know, and we are voting people in. It's so orderly and, you know, I don't want to use the word beautiful process, but you know, it's a good democracy, but people still want to be involved. You aren't just getting elected to make decisions on our behalf. We want to be brought along on that decision-making process. And so there's the I told you so moment. The community, even under a Liberal government, are still saying we want to be engaged, we want to be engaged well, and we want to be engaged early.